Hey everybody, Andy here, AK Montolio, and we're in the finals of the Vintage Challenge. We're playing against Discover N, who plays Doomsday. Unfortunately, we did not win the die roll, nor do we have a controlling type of hand. I think we mulligan. Much better. Much better hand. I wish this was a workshop, because if our soul ring gets countered, then we'll feel a little bit silly. One top, one bottom. Workshop is really nice here. Yeah. Question is, do we want Chalice at 1? I think Thorn is just likely better here. Now, their deck is very cantrip heavy, though. I've decided to cast a Thorn here. Now, this may get forced, but next turn I'm going to be able to cast a Chalice at 1, as well as a Revoker on Black Lotus if they don't go off. The question is what if they go off right now? I don't think that's going to be easy for them to do. It definitely can't be done if this is on 0. But the greedy line here is to wait till next turn to do both, to set this at 1 and to turn Black Lotus off. So I am going to get a bit greedy here and just hope that my opponent does not have it. But that was a solid turn. I mean, they expended quite a bit of resources to accomplish that, so we will see. I'm going to play around days here. Let's set this up. 1. I think that's pretty solid, and we're going to knock a Revoker down here, hopefully. And this is going to name Black Lotus. And next turn we can cast a Ballista and Wasteland. Oh, wow. Okay. Hopefully this resolves. They have a negation. Okay. I worry a little bit about a dig through time here, but I don't think we have the luxury of doing that. I'm going to wait on the Ballista. I mean, Chalice at 1 I would think is very good against my opponent. This allows us to play around days. They've just conceded the game. Okay. So let's go to game 2. Yeah, I don't think there's anything to do here. Yeah, nothing to do here. So what we're looking at post board from our opponent is 4 steel sabotages and a fatal push. That's what we're facing down. That's a mulligan. It's a good hand, isn't it? We can put the soul ring away. And we'll let them ponder. I'm really looking to find a trinosphere or a sphere off the top. I'd love to be able to double sphere turn 1. Nice thing about this line that they're doing is that if they don't find a Mox or a Lotus, that I will not be getting steel sabotaged. So they did find a Mox. So we'd like a Revoker off the top. Or a Wasteland would be good. Ballista's not really what I'm looking for. So the problem with the way we're doing this here now is that we're playing into days with our sphere, which would really suck. This may just get forced. I don't know what my opponent has. I mean, they know that we're going to put down a sphere. So if they force this, then that means that they're not worried about a sphere, would be my guess. For the opponent to expend this many resources to counter both would be pretty crazy. Yeah, so they got me with trap. Okay. And they may fatal push me here. Yeah. Consultation. Let's see what they get rid of here. This is a gamble using this card. They got rid of Ancestral. What did they name? Doomsday. Okay. So we probably just die right here. They have Gush in hand. Yeah. And unfortunately, I don't think I can kill them here. They're going to go to 9. To... Yeah, I could deal 6, 7. Now, if they don't have another land and I find a wasteland, they can't Gush kill me. I have to see what they exile. You know, whenever you see someone demonic consultation for their card, you always just hope they get rid of those 2 oracles or something, and the game just ends right there. I mean, We've all died to demonic consultation doing that before. Now, of course, my opponent is searching for a card that's a 4 of, and so it's not likely that that happens, but it can. So let's just see if they win here. So Time Walk is not there. So Gush looks like their win condition. They've got, okay. So my opponent has some semblance of 2 Force of Wills, a Daze, a Thassa's Oracle, a Black Lotus, and a Gush is their win condition. Something along those lines. So I think what we need, how many Underground Seas do they have? 1, 2. Okay, so they do not have another Underground Sea. Sapphire, they've got Jet. So if I can find a Wasteland here, that could be all right. Do they have the Gush in hand is the question. Well, let's find out. Just went to the yard. All right, they have Black Lotus. Think I cast the Ravager here. Could be Dazed or Force. I will sacrifice my Ravager to put it on the Ballista. Is the Fatal Push in here? No, Fatal Push could also be in hand. So they're just going to force the Ravager. All right, I mean, next turn, I can cast a pretty big Ballista. Can they win right here is the question. Could they win right here? Because they need another land to Gush, right? Oh, so they did find it. Okay, so they Gush and win. Okay. Yeah, nicely done. Okay. I thought for a second there we might have been able to pull it off. Okay. Nicely done. Okay. So I don't think there's much to do here. Let's just go. Excuse me. I would like to go first. Yeah, this is not a keeper. We got a mulligan that one, unfortunately. Much better. Get some pressure on. I hate casting it out blindly like this. It's just the world I'm living in. I need to pressure my opponent, and getting a sphere and a Revoker onto the table is a very good start to that. Got me with a Mindbreak Trap again. Opponent's doing really well with those Mindbreak Traps. It's problematic for sure. Okay. Nice top deck would be good. That's actually a really good top deck. Sabotage. Okay. No days, please. Well, we've got a clock. The Thorn was a really nice draw there for sure. So we just have to hope our opponent doesn't have a fast kill here. Ancestral's really good. Geez. Hopefully they missed on land off that. Well, I suspect we're going to need to draw something here. A sphere, Trinisphere, I think would probably be our best draw. But a sphere in general would be good. If they play an... so I'm wondering if my opponent's thinking about going off here right now. Because I can kill them next turn. If they don't, if they go off, they have to win right now. Because I'm presenting 8 damage. So it's possible my opponent has Fatal Push here. I'm just going to Wasteland. Go into the begin combat phase. Demonic Consultation. All right, let's cross our fingers that they exile both their oracles. They got 1 oracle. Okay. So they hit Doomsday. And our opponent now needs to win. They need to win right now, which is possible. We are hellbent. Let's see if they can do it. With 5 cards in hand, presumably they can, but there's no guarantees. So presumably, if my opponent has a cantrip, they can cantrip into Gush. We'll put them into Lotus, and then they just cast their Oracle and win. So if they have a cantrip and those 5 cards in their hand, Street Wraith, they can do it. So just unfortunate my opponent had another land in hand, but yeah, so they've got it. Okay. Yep. And there you have it, folks. We didn't quite get there, fell a game short.